Good evening, ma'am, and welcome to Soulful English Journey. And it's lovely to have you here on my channel, ma'am. And thank you so much for your quick response. And yes, ma'am, I would love to know how was your day, how's your life going, and how's weather in Solon City these days?
Okay. Good evening, Pooja, and thanks for having me here. And yeah, the weather is pleasant, so pleasant here these days. We are enjoying these greenery and these mesmerizing views. I can say sometimes you have to you see that those clouds are floating on the mountains, and they are creating different kind of masterpieces. So yeah, it's very beautiful scene, and I completely enjoy rainy weather. Only the negative part is that sometimes you have to face losses of lives, and loss of properties, as we saw in the 2025 and
2025.
2023. Yeah, that was the darkest side of this rainy season. Otherwise, rainy season is a very pleasant season. I love this season the most.
Yes, ma'am. Same here as well. I also love rainy weather, and these days the weather is so. I mean, how can I describe? It's ineffable. If I talk about my place, as you know about Kursok City, it's a valley,
Mm.
and the view of the place is just sublime, and it seems like the clouds are descended on the earth. They are drifting
Yeah.
on the mountains. You
Mm.
know, that's amazing view to see, uh, I feel blessed to be born in that place. You know, we can see the
Exactly.
beauty. One thing, you know, which I see in the morning, first thing which I see in the morning is that beautiful view in front of me, and I
Mm.
can't stop myself talking about that more and more. I always, even my conversations, I always talk about that weather, and even one of my videos I shared the view of the place that is there in Himachal these days. But yes, as you also mentioned, that negative things are also there, but
Mm.
hopefully this year it is not that bad. The weather is quite
Mm.
you know good with us, we can say. But still, some of, I think in Kangra, I was watching the news, and there a lot of people, I think, lost their lives, and a lot of cloud bursts are happening. I don't know, but after 2023, I think these are things are happening, but before that it was not there. This kind of cloud burst was not there, right? I think it is because of global warming, maybe because of that these things are
Mm.
happening, and we are also maybe responsible for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we okay, ma'am. uh,
We are
Before
solely
we
we
kick
are
things.
responsible. I rightly said that we people are responsible for such kind of situations because we are playing with this environment, and we are harming environment as much as we can. So we are not thinking thoughtlessly. We are constructing close to water bodies. So yeah, and that water will flow, and it will definitely make its path, and whatever will come in its path, it will destroy each and everything. So yeah, this
Yes,
these
ma'am.
these
I mean, I was surprised. You know, these days I'm living in Mandi, but I'm not going to my home quite often. But a few weeks ago, I went home and I saw there was one place, you know, you must be aware of, after, I mean, way to Karsog, it's a few kilometers ahead of Chindi Mata temple. So their cloudburst happened last year, and
oh,
I was surprised that people have built their houses again on the same place. I mean,
oh.
I don't know what was their thinking, but they should be aware that it can happen next time again, right? They should
Hmm.
not be doing these kind of things. But I don't know, maybe they are too attached to that place, that's why
Hmm.
they don't wanna leave that place. But people should be aware of things, right?
Ah,
Okay,
actually, they
we
think that.
haven't introduced ourselves, ma'am. Okay,
Okay.
before we kick things off, I would, could you briefly introduce yourself? Though we are acquainted, but just for the sake of audience, I would,
Yes, yes.
uh,
Sure.
I want you to introduce yourself, ma'am.
Okay, sure. Why not? As you know, my name is Santosh Sharma, and I'm also from the same state, from the state you are from, that is Himachal Pradesh. And the town where I live, its name is Solan. And I'm a homemaker, mother of a grown-up boy. And if I talk about my educational qualification, I hold dual postgraduate degrees. One is in education, and the second one is in English literature. And if I talk about my hobbies, I am a travel enthusiast and avid nature lover. And for the last more than 1 year, I am into this learning journey, and I am thoroughly enjoying this journey and meeting wonderful people, learning something new, and that is adding value to my life. So yeah, that's little bit about me.
Yes, ma'am. I would say wonderful introduction you had. And
Thank you.
yes, I've seen your one of your video where you were going to Tara Devi temple, right? That was such an
Okay.
amazing video. I mean, I was aware of that temple before as well, but I haven't got chance to visit that place. But the way you described you talked about the history of the place, and I was not aware of that thing earlier. But yes, I really appreciate you for that. Now
Thank
I
you.
got to know about the history of the Tara
Thank
Devi
you so
temple.
much.
And you mentioned, yes ma'am, you mentioned that that temple is very close to your, like it's only 3 kilometer ahead of your place. So I mean, you are from Solan, and that is
No, no, no,
I think
not
in
three
Shimla.
kilometer. I think
Okay.
not 3 kilometer. I think it's around about 30 kilometers from my place. Uh, yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I didn't
I see, I
mention that
see.
it's 3 kilometers, and it's 7 to 8 kilometers from Shimla. It's between Shimla and Solan, in between midway. I can't say midway. It's quite close to Shimla, far from Solan, but yeah, it's bit in between Shimla and Solan. And I grew up in Shimla, and I used to visit that temple often during weekends. And at that time, there was no road toward. There was only way you have to climb, you have to trek. There was a trekking route towards that temple, and it was in between the dense forest, and the view was breathtaking, and the path was also so beautiful path. And I always miss those childhood days, and whenever I get a chance to visit that temple, I always visit. It's situated at the top of the hill, and the view, you can see the 360-degree view from that temple, and the view is so captivating. You can't, I can't express this in my words. It's hard to express in words, but yeah, the so beautiful place.
Yes ma'am.
I can't say that only it's a religious place, but it's a tourist spot also. And many people, tourists, those who visit Shimla, they often visit this place also. Also. So yeah, this is a very beautiful place.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I think this leads to me one question that I would love to ask you. Because see, over the years, as you mentioned, when you were a child, you used to visit that place through walking. You know, there were no roads and nothing like that. So I think that was something which was amazing. But now we have roads and everything. So, what's your perspective? Do you think that earlier thing was good, or do you think that what is now the development and all, people can go to those spiritual places
Mm.
uh, through their cars and all those, they can use vehicle, they can do all those things, but earlier the people have to walk, it used to be their devotion. And if I talk about Kamruda, there are many more temples, where there were no roads and people used to go there, like some of them used to go to barefoot, and that was real devotion. I think I know development is good, but still what I feel that there should be no roads because they are harming the nature. That is
Mm.
very pathetic, what I believe. And what do you think, ma'am? Is it okay or is it not? And what difference do you see now and then?
Okay. So my answer is there are two sides of a coin. And if I talk about positives and negatives, both are there. And some people who are not able to walk, they can go easily if roads are there. And after constructing a road to that particular place, and unwanted people are also coming there, and they have no love for that place, and they just going for the sake of traveling, only showing people that I have traveled this and that area and that place. So yeah, and that kind of unwanted, I will call them unwanted people. They are also uh, visiting that place and creating mess at that place. And undoubtedly roads are when we construct a road, definitely we harm the environment. We cut so many trees, and I don't think the people who are constructing roads, they are growing that number of trees. So yeah, it's definitely it's harming, but yeah, life is becoming easy, and you those places are becoming approachable. So there are two sides of progress, we can say. But yeah, in earlier days, we were so thrilled to visit that place, and it was, I think, 2 or 3 hours walk, hiking, more than 5 kilometers. I'm not really, I'm not aware how far it was, but because I was a child at the time. But yeah, it's around about 5 kilometers. So it was a hike.
Yes,
We had
ma'am.
to hike that mountain. So yeah,
And
it was.
I also, I mean, although like I was born in 2005, but still, if I talk about my maternal home, so we used to go there by walk, and still we do that sometime, but not now anymore because now roads are there. So I still remember those days, and I used to love we all family used to go together, and the dense forest used to be there, and the beauty of nature, and we all used to enjoy. We used to carry some things with us, sometimes foods and all those things. And
Mm.
but those days are no more. I mean, now people prefer vehicle, although it is good to some extent, but to some extent people are being lazy. And even we have a friend group. I would say in college days we had a friend group, and we used to always visit all the temples. And even I have visited barefoot, like Mount Ark temple I have visited barefoot, both the
Oh,
side I went barefoot. And Kamrunak temple we have visited, and Shikari Devi temple, all of those temples we have explored. But now when I see like when I ask my friends that let's go to the temple by doing hiking and all those things, it will be a trip, it will be a picnic like that. But I think they are not now. They prefer cars and bikes and all those things, which
mm,
I mean, development is okay, but I think I am not able to fit in that uh, particular thing, because I'm not that kind of person. I love exploring like things which no one has explored, right? So
exactly.
that things bothers me personally, if I say, because I've seen a lot of people, they are going to Kamrunak temple, Shikari Mata temple, Maunak temple. They are just going there for the sake of nature, and they are creating mess. They are throwing
Yeah.
plastic bottles over
Mm.
there, and a lot of wrappers, which truly hurt me. I always try to, I mean, we can't do anything, even we can't even say anything to anyone. In today's day and age, especially as a lot of things are happening, what you can do is just silently do your work. Maybe pick those wrappers and dolls. You can do that only. So, yeah, there are changes, but we have to pay even heavy price because of those things. Only I think to some extent that is also harming our nature, because of which cloudburst have increased over the year.
Exactly, and
Okay,
I feel the same way actually. It's really heart-wrenching that you are spoiling Shikari Devi, Kamrunag. Wow, what a beautiful places are they! And if you see a water bottle or a wrapper there, it's really heart-wrenching for me. And I can't tolerate these kind of things. It's hard for me to tolerate. So yeah, people should be aware that they should not spoil the beauty of the eternal beauty of
nature.
that place, I can say.
Yes,
Mm.
ma'am. And okay, ma'am, I have few questions I would love to discuss here with you.
Sure.
I mean, we both are gonna discuss all these questions. So before that, I would love to know about because I think I believe that everyone has a story in their life, whatever happens. So what is your story? I mean, everything was, sorted. You have a grown up boy, every life is sorted, but then you started learning this language. What was that was it in a calling, or was there any incident that happened because of which you started your journey?
Okay, okay. I've shared my journey a lot of time, but okay, I don't think people will be interested in listening my that same story again and again. But in a nutshell, I would
But
love to.
still,
Yes,
yes, in
okay,
a nutshell,
okay,
because I think I haven't heard your story.
okay.
Okay, that's why also I included this question here.
Okay, okay. So it was my childhood dream to be fluent in this language, but back then there were lack of sources, and I was not so serious of learning this language. Now, because there are so many people, if we complain about sources, then we are wrong. Because there are so many people, they have learned this language despite having lack of sources. So it shows that how determined they were, but I was not that much determined. But yeah, it was my dream to be fluent in this language. But I never seriously tried to be fluent in this language. When I did my post graduation, that was my MEd in Hindi medium. So it shows that how pathetic I was in this language, whether it was grammar or writing or reading. So after that, I thought I was a mother. In 2001, I gave birth to my son, and after that, at the time I was just to 22 years old, and I immersed myself in raising my child. But when he was 4 to 5 years old, at the time I thought that why not, I should do masters in English, and in this way I will learn English. But that was my wrong thinking, because reading it as a subject is a different, and speaking is way apart. But somehow I mustered a courage to do MA in English, and that was a very transforming point of my journey, because literature has totally changed the perspective, the way I used to think, and the way I started thinking after reading literature. And I immensely enjoy that part, reading literature. And when I finished my master's in English, after that, I taught in a school during that time. For 3 years, I taught, and I learned a lot. But then I left my job because I was feeling that I'm ignoring my son. I'm not able to give him valuable time and whatever he's required. So, yeah, I thought that it's better because my son is my priority. Then I confined to home, and didn't think about other things. I just immersed myself in raising my child. And my husband, he was also pursuing his PhD, and he had to commute to Shimla because he was posted in Shimla. So I had to manage all the household things. So I didn't think about those about my own growth. But when my son left home for higher studies, then I thought, what now? It was a kind of, it was a feeling of hollowness, emptiness. Then I reflect on my life that, oh, what I did during those years, I have just waste my time. Once I did only parenting, nothing else than that. Because today, if I talk about today's mothers, they are doing so many things. So yeah, but back then there was no social media. Now we have ample of sources, and social media is also there. Then I started thinking about, earlier I was eligible for government jobs. Then I tried for government jobs. I reached up to final level thrice, but unfortunately I couldn't make it in the final. And after that, I thought that, oh, it's my destiny. Okay, now I should do something else. And then I thought that one day I just stumbled upon a conversational video while scrolling down those YouTube videos. Then I watched that video and I thought, wow, it's a very interesting thing. Then I started watching those videos, and from there I got to know about audio call apps. That was my CV app. Then I subscribed to this app. I used it, and when it was my first talk, I was literally fumbling, not able to utter even a single sentence. But gradually, I can say slowly and steadily, I just boost my confidence, and I became used to talking in English. And in the month of September, but after 2 months, I was not consistent with my journey. I was off and on, off and on. But in the month of September, I was all alone once again, because my son, he was with me for 2 months after completing his degree, and then he joined his job again. That feeling was there, emptiness, hollowness. Then I thought that no, now seriously I have to work on my English. Then I mailed other YouTubers, and at that time I was not aware how to mail. So I requested my husband that please teach me how to mail other, how to send a mail. Then he taught me, and only once I asked him. After that, I learned that how to send a mail. Then I mailed other YouTubers, and that's how my journey started. And again, the same feeling, because I thought that I'm quite confident in talking on audio call apps, but no, facing camera is another thing. It was so difficult. I was literally shivering. But yeah, somehow I managed, and I faced my fears, and now I'm in front of you. And in the month of
Yes,
November, I
ma'am.
started my channel.
Yeah, such a powerful story or journey, I'll say, and I can totally
Thank
resonate with you because I had similar journey as you had.
you.
Okay, so as you mentioned, the love for literature, I can totally resonate with you because being a literature student, but I have this guilt that I'm doing it through distance learning mode. I would have gone for a regular classes because as I went through the syllabus, I mean, I was falling in love with literature, novels, poetry, all those things. You know, I just gave my second semester exams, and I was really, I mean, I really could relate to the things which were in syllabus. I mean, I felt like I should have gone for the regular classes. I was really enjoying reading those
Okay.
novels, those poetries, all those things, the history
So
of
mm,
English language, how it evolved,
I have a
right?
solution for
All this.
you. Yes, I also did my master in English through distance mode. That was IGNOU. But yeah, I used to attend classes during on Sundays, because on Sundays teachers came to college. But nowadays, so many YouTube videos are there at specific topic.
Yes,
You can go through, yeah, those topics, and
yes,
those
ma'am.
channels. So you can, you
That
will
is
not,
why.
definitely you will not miss that you are not attending it regularly. Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. I am doing that. I have been, watching all the things in on YouTube, but the things are not in order. When it comes to, regular classes, you would get things in order, and you would be able to,
Hmm.
negotiate with people in the classes. That is something. But
Hmm.
I think that my decision was right. But sometime I think like that I should have gone for the regular classes. Otherwise, I'm happy because I have talked to some of my friends, and they told me that even they are not being taught that much things in their classes as well. It's because I think after your school, you have to study on your own. Professors are
Yes.
just gonna give the lectures, and you have to
Hmm.
study on your own. Nobody's gonna teach you. So she was telling me that we have only 15 classes. Out of them, only 5 I could attend. So I mean, I thought that okay, my decision was right.
Hmm.
But yes, I'm enjoying. I would say I'm in love with literature, and I would
Hmm.
love to know more.
You.
Okay, I'll do a little quick fun activity. We will just pick two things out of. Okay, so shall we start, ma'am? It's
Yes,
going to
yes.
be a fun game where the name of the game is going to be complete sentences activity.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say some sentences, and you have to complete them.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
shall we
why
start,
not?
ma'am?
Yes, yes. Please carry on.
Okay. Okay, if you could change one thing in our education.
Okay. In our education, there are so many things to change. And you know, these days agitations are going on to reform the. I think we should, that road system is the biggest worm in our education system. We should eradicate that road system because we keep on memorizing things rather than understanding them, and we are just roting them and writing out, and after a
Yes,
few
they are
days we
making
will.
us puppet. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so you have to answer in a one word. Okay, ma'am, one or two word, so
Okay.
that it don't become too much. Okay. So the other question is happiness is.
Happiness is helping others. And happiness,
Okay.
okay, I just want to add here, happiness is a journey, not a destination, and it's a phase of life, and it's a mindset.
Yes, you said the very well point. It's a journey. Okay. You feel proud?
Uh, I feel proud. Uh, when I see people around me, my near and dear ones are successful, and they put their heart and soul into something and they get success. So I feel proud of them.
Okay, okay. It was such a amazing answer, I would say. Okay, ma'am. Yes, now I think it's time to wrap up the conversation. It was such
Okay.
an intriguing conversation with you. I hope you also liked the conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I liked, and this session was so insightful. And as we share the same kind of geographical condition, we are from mountains, so same kind of lifestyle and culture. So I love to talk to you, and it was so fruitful session, and it's so many things I'm taking away with me. And definitely, I enjoyed this session. Thank you for having me
Yes,
here.
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with me. And yes,